was us getting ready for our vocal cords.
Yes, already. It's April Fool's Day.
No, it isn't.
No,
You
it's
shouldn't
not.
have said it. Shouldn't have said that.
But
Now
everything we
we're
say, right? Everything we say today is true.
Yeah, everything we say today is true.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
You're Linda.
I am Linda, and are you Sue?
I am today.
Okay. And we do own the yarn bar here in Billings, Montana.
Correctamundo. We own it. And we do a weekly video. We do a weekly email. We do, 3 times a week-ish? Instagram posts,
Yep,
Facebook posts.
You might
We're
occasionally see
TikToking.
something on TikTok.
Yeah. Gosh.
I know.
How do we do that
and
all?
we're not young, so I'm just saying.
And we run the shop.
But we're doing all of that. Yeah. But we have a great staff, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Everyone who comes in every day, we are so grateful for.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
We wouldn't be able to do that we do without them.
We've got Liz, Connie, Becky,
Jennifer,
Alyssa,
Clara.
and Clara. Yeah. So got a nice staff, really.
We have a great staff.
Yeah.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Thank you.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about today?
Okay, well, so March is over, and so we have to draw from the people who finished for the March, what was it called?
The we'll get her done, whatever.
Get her done
and
March.
Basically, someone's going to get $80.
Right, we have $80 cash money.
Yep.
So in the locked box to give to whoever's name we draw. We did go through yesterday, and we had to pull out a couple who didn't finish.
Really, there's only like 3.
Yeah.
So
from then the people who actually finished, we're gonna draw a name. We're gonna announce it. You're gonna get your $80. You'll have to come and pick it up.
We don't care how you spend it.
That's right.
I mean, you could spend it in the shop. You could that'd be nice. But downtown, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
You could go to Zest. You could go to Doc Harper's and buy us all around.
Really?
You could do that.
Yep. Or you could squirrel it away in your bra. No one would know.
Yep. Yeah. Plan for a big trip.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Anyway, so we'll do that. We've got Merino Possum to talk about, which back in stock.
New bags. Some new colors from Round Mountain and Emma's. So we do have some fun
some
stuff.
Projects to talk about.
A couple of projects.
Oh, yeah.
I finished one. Someone had to finish one.
Someone finished one. We had a sample knit, and then we have a tale to tell based on Sue's dog, Mr. Gibbs.
Let me move that a little
Mr.
bit.
Gibbs might be in the dog house for a while, but anyway.
Yeah. So
What's happening
I
now?
was
Where is
in
he
Salt
going?
Lake City this weekend,
yeah.
and I hung out with my sister. She's moving to Utah. It's not a long story, but
you know, the upside is you're going to have a fun place to visit.
yeah, I know.
It sounds like it was
I
a
know
good trip.
it was like there's a lot happening in Salt Lake.
Well, it's a big city.
I'm not going to
Why would
say
there
a
not be
lot is
anything
happening outside Salt Lake City. I'm sure the people that live there would think so, but trying to find really there's not a lot of furniture stores.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a visit from Josh, building
Yeah,
manager.
Yep, because
which
someone was
will be-
parked in our
yeah, we're having
parking
some
lot.
issues.
Hello.
Hey, Josh. What's up?
Sorry, I forgot you guys doing a podcast.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That black car,
Uh-huh.
is that y'all?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Truck gone.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. See you later. Okay, so our building's having some work done on it,
A lot of working.
and all the worker bees like to park in our parking spaces. And normally, it's not really a big deal, but we do like to have a place for our employees. So we carpooled today. So
I know. Yeah, if we weren't carpooling, holy cow.
I know, and really, I mean, we should carpool like all
Yeah,
the time, really.
that's probably
But
makes
the
good
reason we
sense.
are is because her car's in the shop and her
Holy
husband's
cow.
anal about dents.
Whole
There,
nother story.
I said it. I threw him under the bus.
Another story. Now he's going to get a little bit thrown under the bus again too. But anyway, yeah, so that's fun. Okay, so we've got that, and yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know the algorithm likes people to like be really peppy, and so everyone sticks around and watches, and we can't do that at all.
What? We're peppy.
We're peppy, but I mean, it takes us a while. You have to like watch the whole thing. I
It's
think to get the
almost
full
like
effect.
Monday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Sometimes, like, we just start talking, and it's like, oh man, I just woke up.
Oh yeah,
this
we were
morning.
talking about Salt Lake City. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So anyway, Salt Lake.
How big
City.
is Salt Lake City? I don't even
You know, I didn't ask, and I forgot to check, and I was checking a lot of stuff. My sister's actually moving to a town called Pleasant View, which in reality that sounds sort of like.
That sounds like some movie show.
I know. There is. It's like Pleasantville.
Huh.
Anyway, so so we had to travel into Salt Lake, and that was about an hour.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
about
it was. Oh,
no,
wow! I did
it's-
not know that.
You know, and their traffic is it's
Traffic is
bad traffic. So you know, you're and they have quite a few lanes.
So she's out in the burbs.
Kind of, yes, out in the burbs.
Was it or actually an old town at one point?
It
Does
was
it have, like,
because
an
I
old
actually
downtown?
looked up the history. No,
Okay.
I don't think there is. I don't
There was
think
never a
there is
little
a
town.
downtown.
Oh,
Maybe.
wow.
But
So it's
it
just
started
suburban.
in the 1800s.
Uh-huh.
Honestly,
But
so
it didn't even have like a general store.
I didn't go to their museum,
Oh.
so I don't know.
Okay,
But,
well, we could research it.
Yeah, we should. And I knew more about it than
How far
anyone else there.
is it from the airport?
Well, the airport's in Salt Lake, so I
Weird.
don't know because I didn't go. To
I
the
guess I just
airport.
assumed that it was sort of right adjacent. Well, if it is
Well,
adjacent,
I would
but
say
it's a big
Ogden is
city.
probably more adjacent,
Okay.
and then they're north of Ogden.
Huh. So are
So-
they like? So can they see the mountains?
Oh yes, my
Okay.
sister's house is facing the mountains, and that
Okay.
she's got
That's fun.
like a huge bank of windows, and
That's fun.
yeah, you could totally. I mean, it was actually kind of foggy while we were there, so we didn't get to see much. But Christine said on a really clear day you can see the salt flats, so
Huh.
the actual lake.
Oh, the lake. Okay, which is like dwindling.
Yeah, we didn't go into that, but
Like,
anyway,
it's a thing.
it was fun. We went in. We went to big furniture stores in the middle of Salt Lake, and they have a lot of shopping, like lots of fun shopping, and it was busy. But really, as you go out into the suburbs, not as much shopping,
Okay.
and the malls.
Isn't Salt
are
Lake gonna
kinda
have
like
the
ours.
Olympics again? Or is that?
They
I know
have
LA
had the
is.
Olympics there.
LA is. I don't know if
so,
Salt Lake is again.
Yeah.
I saw that. Is it Park City lost Sundance Film Festival?
They did. It's going up to
Going to
Boulder,
Boulder?
Colorado. Yep.
Anyway,
Um,
just Utah trivia.
we
I
did
guess.
get a question. What is your favorite interchangeable needle case organization? So I don't know yet because we those are things we all usually like maybe do a video on. So I would keep watching, but
I have been thinking about that actually recently because of something we will be talking about shortly, with some bags that we got in.
well, and the funny thing is, so yeah, we own a yarn store. I could have as many interchangeable needles as a lot of I know a lot of people that have many sets. I have one set. So my interchangeable needle organization is within its own case. So I don't
They
have
live in their case.
so
But I have been thinking about some people who have more time in their crafty lives than we do because we're here all the time running this shop. But it's a wonderful thing to do. Don't get us wrong. But
we're not complaining.
the interchangeable situation, I think, if you were the wonderfully organized, crafty person that I, in my head, aspire to be, I would have my project bag for, like, say, I'm working on socks right now, and I have, so far, 3 needles have been employed for this sock,
So
and I'm
you're
gonna
doing
have
knitting
to
on
get
2
another
Circs.
one. Because of the
The
first
heel.
one that the
Oh.
first one I tried, I didn't, anyway, but I could have a nice little interchangeable situation going and just have those specific tips and those cords like in their own little, because they do make these, their own little interchangeable
Well,
case.
and we don't
tucked into the
sell
bag.
interchangeables like
Components.
right? Like mostly what we have is fixed. So, but
we
I
can definitely order them, and
and we have. So,
and we have. But anyway, yeah, that is a great question.
So thanks for the question, Marie and Maria, and we'll think about that. You might find that answer really soon.
Also, yeah. Anyway, you can get you can get more cases easily. Chowgu makes just the case,
right,
for those sets.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Okay. So we'll think about that.
Legit question.
So on my trip, I did have a knitting project, and this is it. And we actually talked about this before, but I finished it. I haven't woven the ends in, but this
Sophie
is
Scarf.
Sophie Scarf. But I'm actually using the seed. Seed yarn it is, and it's so fun. It's just kind of random little pom-poms.
Cute.
And normally I probably would have done this solid, but I thought it would be fun to show a couple colors. Because this is cute too. This one is their version of pink. And it has yellow and green and pale blue.
Cute.
Little dots in there. The brown one I use, the blue one, and then there's like a taupey green gray.
Really cute.
Yep. And then this one's pretty cute.
That would be fun
Very
too.
little, gentle, very hard to see, but they're pink and yellow.
Super
and
soft
white.
and pale.
Yeah.
Pretty. But that would be cute too.
Yeah, super cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, would that make just on its own, right?
Yeah,
so
really
if someone
sweet.
wanted to wear white. Anyway, I still got to weave the ends in, but totally wearable.
Yeah, good little project, Sophie Scarf. It's there are
Put
many
it on
renditions now.
with my little makeshift tassels.
Anyway, some people would call those design elements.
Yeah, you're right. Erica Knight would, right?
Right. Yes,
So.
indeed. Cute. Yeah, that's
There.
cute.
Here.
Yeah, super cute. Okay, so that's your project. I am working on the grandpa sock from Alicia Plummer. She just released it, and it's the reason I jumped on it is because she did her pattern with Mondim as the suggested yarn, and I love Mondim yarn. This is a non-superwash sock weight yarn, but I've doubled it up for Ed's sweater. I used it in my Lento.
Right.
I really like this yarn. I have not used it for a sock, so I just wanted to play with that. I was in the mood for, I guess, socks. But anyway, and Mondim, that whole combination. So that is cruising right along. But yeah, and I also wanted to try the really super short, like 9-inch, 10-inch needles for the cuff. They're still so little. So little.
I know people
love them.
And I have little. You don't have big hands either. I have little hands. Seems like it would be.
Yeah, but anyway, so the jury's still out on that. But
I like knitting on two circs.
Two circs I do kind of like because you don't get the laddering situation quite as much.
Right.
Anyway. Okay, and then also though we've got a sad story from Mr. Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs' adopted dog, who's really obviously settling in because he has had some bad dog behavior in the past, I would say, few days. But anyway, Judy very kindly knit us a sock sample because we are planning a fun knit along that's going to start in the summer.
Yep.
And you probably can guess that it's going to involve socks.
And it's summer.
Yeah, we don't have to spill all the beans.
Oh,
but,
really?
But anyway.
I didn't know how many beans.
We already spilled some beans, but we're gathering some samples for our fun display. And so several people are knitting us samples, and Judy, our friend Judy, made us the Hypernal sock. And she brought it in Friday, and I took it home and blocked it. And then on Saturday, so I was blocking on Saturday, and in the afternoon, Mike, my husband, texted me. He's like, Mr. Gibbs nibbled on the top of your sock. And I said, okay. Got home, And there you go.
Two little
okay.
holes right here.
Yeah.
And here. And
So we have a major repair to do, which we'll talk about. But first we have to have the full story. I don't know exactly what my husband was doing while Mr. Gibbs was in the craft/laundry room. I have two drying racks set up, in there. It's a big room. My sewing machine, everything's in there. And then this I had blocked in the morning, wet, soaked it in the morning, stretched it over this wire sock blocker because it's a beautiful little pattern, mock cable. I wanted to show off Judy's work, blah, blah, blah. It went all the way up and the ribbing was here. Okay, can you see that?
I want to know where the rest of that sock is.
Yeah. The ribbing was like stretched over
it.
here. It was, a bit of an effort for me to like stretch it on here because it is a skinny little sock. And anyway, the dog, and then I had it hanging like the drying racks. One's this way. I should have drawn a thing. One's this way. The other one is this way. And then, that's just the way my space was. And so I didn't have it on the end of either one. It was like in between them. So, and I didn't think when I hung it up, I'm like, I better hide this so Mr. Gibbs doesn't get it. I just hung it there because that was what I did. So he knocked over both drying racks, got this like unhooked, and then had pulled the sock off the blocker.
So it took a little effort for him too.
It was a fun project, I could tell. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, a quarter, probably a third of the sock top is gone. Teeth holes there. So this is the plan now. It's going to become the shorty version of this sock. We consulted the pattern, and her short version, which is kind of newly released, there's 4 little mock cables. We'll put in a lifeline, and then we'll just add some ribbing. And we might have to get another whole skein of this yarn, which is Shake from Emma's. Really pretty, though, don't you think? So nice. And Mr. Gibbs, I said to Mike, what were you doing? And he's like, well, don't blame me. And then he said something about, like, he's like, to Mr. Gibbs, good thing your mom's not Christy Neem Noom or whatever her name is, because she would have shot you. That.
Oh my
that
gosh.
governor of South Dakota shot her dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, I was mad, but I wasn't that mad.
I don't think you'd be that mad.
My goodness. So anyway, that's the sad story. I'm guessing there will be more to come. This dog now is starting to like get major zoomies in the evening. Last night I took him for a nice walk. We're like, okay, he'll be nice, he'll be happy. He was, I think he's really happy. He was full speed running in the family room, like around sofas, almost knocked over a plant, like askew his crate. His bed was, anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's what you guys get. You got a dog.
That's right.
You didn't get an old dog. You got a pretty young dog,
really
and
young.
he's still in his terrible twos. He's coming up to his terrible twos.
So now lesson for me is keep the wet wool away.
Well, I
from
would
Mr.
say
Gibbs.
just shut the craft room door.
Well, it doesn't. It's hard to close the door. Something's wrong with the door.
Well, it's
like
time for your
retired
husband has time to do that.
Right. Yeah. I have, like, last night when he was in his wild phase, I was picking this up to start working on it, and he was like, and I'm like, no. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
How is everyone? If you have any really good dog, more and more, we're asking for more dog advice. It seems like every time. Because you haven't learned any lessons yet.
I don't know. I think we're all getting re-educated about, And I told they thought it was funny. I mean, it is a good story. but it's also sad.
Let's talk about these first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about those because they're going to
Okay.
take a little bit longer.
Right.
So as you might know, if you've been following us, we do carry Emma's yarns and we do her Crazy Beautiful Club. And so last year we got fingering weight and bulky, but this year we're getting fingering and DK. So this is the new April color.
Oh yeah, we can technically show it today.
We
Let's go
sure
first.
can.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's gorgeous. So DK fingering. I love the
Wow.
blue. It's gorgeous.
There's some nice teal in there. Yeah, that's pretty.
Isn't it
Pretty pretty.
isn't it supposed to have a label?
I don't know. Did you take a picture of it?
I did. I think I took the
Oh, okay.
label off.
It's
But guess
naked.
what the color is? It's April.
Right. They
25.
don't name these colors
No.
of the month. I think some of them make it into their lineup for the next year, and then they have a name.
Yep. So anyway, these are available right now on the website.
Pretty pretty.
And then just because we wanted to, we ordered a few new colors from Brown Mountain, and they just seem so springy.
Love it.
This one is green anole.
I
I'm
thought
not
it said green apple.
No. I thought it said, I keep saying I want to say Anatoly, but it's
It looks
anole.
like it's a froggy.
Yeah, it's some kind
Pretty.
of
What a beautiful frog.
It's some kind, I don't think it's an actual frog, but anyway.
Oh,
be
it's
like a
not a frog.
lizard or
Oh,
something.
it's part of her amphibian collection.
Yep, the herpetology collection.
Oh,
So
okay.
I love that. And then this one is also part of that collection, but it's called Speckled Racer.
Oh,
And actually, that's a snake.
I was gonna say that sounds
It's
like a snake.
but
That is
look,
really
I think
pretty.
they look really fun together.
Her yarn is gorgeous.
Yeah, I know it. You can't. There's nobody else that dyes like she does. I really don't think so. This is actually from the mammal collection,
Aw.
and it's a manatee.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I love that too.
Are manatees really that green?
Well,
Or more like a
she
brown?
takes some, I think,
Some
poetic
liberty,
justice
okay.
on some of her things. But I didn't even think about it really. I just picked ones that I
That's very
liked.
pretty.
But look how pretty they look together.
Beautiful.
So hers are 380 yards. It is a sock yarn with superwash merino and 20% nylon. She gets her yarn from Australia and New Zealand, and then it's spun up in Canada,
International.
and then dyed in Vermont. And she uses organic processing, like the greener shades dye. So she's pretty picky about how she dyes her
She's
stuff.
thinking
so-
about the earth.
Yes,
Yeah.
she is very much. She's very much like that.
But
so.
you know what? We've got shirties coming up. And wouldn't this be a pretty fade? Like just a simple t-shirt
it would.
fade?
It would be gorgeous.
It would be really
yeah.
pretty.
Thank you. I know you're trying to get me to do a T-shirt, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I'm in limbo land, to be honest. Now that I finished this, I don't have like a thought in my head really. I mean, there's a couple things that have hit my brain. I could knit a couple emotional support chickens for Easter. For a couple kids I know. But other than that, yeah, I think I want to think about my T-shirt for the shirties.
Shirties,
that's coming
yeah.
up too.
Yeah, there's quite a few people, I think, out in the whole yarny sphere who are doing summer shirt knit-alongs, summer top knit-alongs, summer shirties. I don't think we were the first.
No, but
I do think we've been doing it for quite a few years
well,
now.
we have been, and
It's fun. It's our
and-
favorite. It's our
and-
favorite like
and it's
little
always
contest thing.
fun
we do.
to like come up with a little gift that we always try to give everybody who signs up, and I think we have a good
Yeah,
a good
I think we do, too.
plan. So
yeah, that's fun.
So that's actually should probably begin May 1st.
It
and it
will,
goes
and
through July.
honestly, I know I have sold to I think at least 2 people some yarn for shirties.
Okay.
Already.
All right.
So
okay.
and you get the you do get a discount. What hasn't happened is the actual sign up
right.
for,
so
but they know.
yeah, we'll
so
get that
anyway.
going. So yeah.
Because with the sign up, you get the discount and you get the little souvenir from
Right.
us, which
That's
yeah,
right. Yeah. Which
so,
is super fun.
Yeah. Okay. And then Merino Possum. Oh my goodness!
gosh, I know it. They so We're actually waiting for 4 more colors too. So this isn't even it. There's more colors.
Hopefully that box
And,
will come today.
Yeah, I hope so. And we ended up getting 12 of every color. This one is called C Note. We did do a live video box opening the other day. But this is 80% non-superwash merino and 20% New Zealand possum fur. So 437 yards. We've got a sample of the field sweater right here. And it takes about 3 to 4 skeins, really. So I think it's, and you don't have to even think about pairing it with mohair because the possum gives it a real halo, so you don't even need it, and it just looks gorgeous.
Gorgeous. So this yarn has been such a nice yarn for us. Everyone loves it, and so this is our biggest order yet with Hannah. So
That's a new color. That one's
is
called,
not showing.
what is that?
That's Eureka.
Okay, we'll get
Eureka!
it right in there.
Really, really pretty, beautiful.
Kind of your Carhartt sort of color.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And look at that. To this is called Mainsail.
So these are both new for her and us.
And Mainsail, it's a purple. Definitely purple. And actually her dye lots look slightly different. So I'm kind of thinking it's almost like we got 2 purples.
Well, it's just the way, and that's, with hand-dyed yarns, if you are doing a sweater, a lot of people suggest pretty strongly that you alternate skeins.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But it's,
But we
it's up
got
to you.
enough, like 12 skeins. There's enough that you wouldn't have to worry about it, I don't think.
And so for Hannah, her blues and greens have remained very popular.
So those look
colors.
close, but they're not. This one's Robin Egg. This is a new one called Sky. It's a little bit more intense blue.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. They are they're wonderful yarns.
This one is Toffee Apple.
Natalie's Magenta is
and
back.
We've seen that one.
That's
my God.
Catherine's working
it's
on a field
so
sweater with
awesome.
this, and it is beautiful.
This one is Wolf, which is this one right here. I think.
What?
This color on her I thought was Wolf, but maybe it's Platypus.
Wait, where's Platypus?
I don't know.
Okay.
This one, Acacia Rose.
Pretty. Is Natalie her daughter?
I don't know.
Huh, we should ask. And then Martini.
Yes, perfect
Cheers.
for the yarn bar.
Yeah. So, and then one more box is coming today, so we'll be
a few more colors. But this also came in the box, and
not for you.
And let me see. There were a lot in here, but there's only 4 left.
Ooh, 2 for you, 2 for me.
Yep. Little Cadburys. That's their popular. That's what they sell
Cadbury's
all the time.
a UK company too, and we actually, when we were in Scotland years and years ago, not years and years, but several years ago, we toured in. I think it's
Cadbury's factory.
No, not the factory. The castle that was somehow one of the Cadburys like married the heir or something. I don't know. And my family was like, "Are you the Duke?" Like throughout this whole silly little tour of. It was a really beautiful castle. But anyway, somehow the Cadbury family fortune has been involved in this castle.
Yay!
I think through marriage.
Thank you, Hannah, for the candy.
Yes, thank you.
We love
the
it.
candy and the beautiful yarn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
okay.
we forgot. This was the Sophie's hood.
Oh, Sophie's
All right.
hood. Yum. Really nice. 1 skein project for Merino Possum. Okay, we have a few new bags to talk about. If you were waiting with bated breath for those, because did we even plug that?
I said we had some bags.
Okay. These super cute bags are simple totes. They are from Emma Ball Company in, not Emma's Yarn, but Emma Ball in the UK. Super whimsical sheep in sweaters. Little sheep with their hats.
Yeah, they're fun.
Who doesn't need a cute tote
and they're
bag?
not too pricey, so
No
they're
pockets.
very fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I have these on the website yet.
Well, yeah, you were.
Mainly because I didn't know we were getting them.
Surprise. Okay, And then the other thing that came in and Linda actually did not see, like, to the full extent
yeah.
because you were gone.
And there was a lot. There
Yep.
was 18 bags.
So it's been a while since we've placed a Delicue order. So we got a Delicue order.
Sorry, whoever is on the phone. We'll get with you
these-
later.
Are these the tall or the small?
Those are the small
small
sacks.
O snaps.
snaps.
We had like 12 of these, and now we have one. Actually, we have 0 because Nancy is getting this.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, but we've already ordered more.
We
but
have more coming.
Yeah. Apparently, it was quite impressive.
So
and,
when they do come, lest you want to miss out, these have interior pockets. It's a sheer material, so you can see what's going on.
Oh,
There is also a zipper. There is,
but look,
but
the
look,
other
there's
thing.
more.
this loop. This falls into my travel category.
Oh, right.
So this loop right here, when you're on an airplane, you can loop your seatbelt right through here, and then you would just have all your stuff in here, and you could close this and have your yarn coming out of one, and so it would just be down by your hip, and nothing will fall out.
Okay.
There's plenty of room.
Why are there these other loopy? Okay, that's not. Does that even?
But maybe
okay.
that is for, I don't know.
This
We'll have to
extra
check.
loop handle. I guess it's just a handle.
Maybe so.
Yeah, cute. I mean, there's some little thought going into the engineering for those. Engineering? Design. Sorry. Do you engineer bags? Maybe.
Well,
in the yarn world.
there-
Oh, then you can snap and have it more of a bucket. It's super. It's popular for a reason. And
So
the
we
fact
will,
that they sold out in like a day and a half.
Right. Right.
Is
And
saying
we'll make
something.
sure we let
Okay.
everyone know when that happens again.
And then these tall ones, we do have these rainbow O snaps. They're just fun. They've been in the shop before.
They have 2 bags. They come together.
Oh, this O snap has, like, oh my gosh, the zipper
Yep.
to put more stuff in, all the sheer things.
And I think when you've got it full, it kind of will stand on its own because they do call them standing.
And then all
So,
the
I love
snaps,
the-
again, you can like configure to pull out whatever you need. It might be Mr. Gibbs proof.
I hope so.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have to test
Okay.
it out.
So yellow and pink, and we do
Yep.
have these.
Okay.
And then the other thing that came, and this was really thanks to Becky, because she's like, are you guys going to get more of these or get them? Is this, these tall mesh totes.
And they have extra stuff in there too.
They do, and we're going to talk about it. So again, with the snap concept, you know, snapping,
And there's
snapping.
a little loop right here you can attach.
Oh wow!
something.
There's a hanging, like
Oh,
a shoulder.
oh,
strap.
I
yeah,
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The mesh see-through, this poochy out pocket. You could hold probably your water bottle, right? Okay. And then this is a different. It's like mesh on one side, but solid on the other. That's fun.
Looks like a pair of underwear.
Does it? Okay. Scissors. Okay, let's undo this.
There's scissors.
There are scissors.
Oh man.
They're snapped in here. I guess I don't. Well, yeah, we need to take them out so we can really show people. And we have more of these on the way too, but I can't remove them. Oh, you
Okay.
have to do this.
Okay.
I don't know what you do. There's a snappy
Oh well.
thing.
There's scissors in there.
Okay. Oh no, you just there's here's the scissors, and they actually are very securely
What's
done
that thing
in a
on
thing.
the bottom?
Okay,
Inside.
just a minute. Let
I
me
wanna
replace my
know.
scissors. I don't want to lose
It looks
the
like
scissors.
a gauge.
Really? Okay. Scissors are put away. Okay, and in here, okay, zipper outer pocket. And here you have your shoulder strap.
Okay.
Okay. You have
There's
like a
always a little
notebook.
like a little notebook in the Delacues.
right. And you have your darning needle. That's sort of like, it feels
okay.
like a gift, although I'm sure it's incorporated into the actual price. Down here is not a gauge, it's just like a how-to.
Oh.
caring for your
Darn, I
stuff.
think having a gauge swatch in there
Yeah.
would be really good.
A nice sturdy bottom. Everyone likes a sturdy bottom. And
I know, I have a sturdy bottom.
okay, so that is the O Snap tall mesh tote.
Okay, let me make sure I put these things back in
But,
so we don't forget.
We've got them in this red and then this really nice olivey green, very pretty.
Okay.
All the same bells and whistles are in that one. And then this really pretty gold.
Kind of a mustardy orange.
And it's stuffed with plastic, but anyway, and paper. And then we have a kind of navy blue on the way and a purple.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And these again sold very well in the couple days that they've been here. So I guess there's been this pent up demand for Delicu mesh bags that we were slightly unaware of. Or anyway, thank you, Becky, for putting us onto that again. And thanks everyone who gave us such an enthusiastic response.
Yeah. Because I want to see them
You
again.
missed. We had this really pretty display, like because there were really bright colors of these, and they were all hanging up, and I guess they just looked so fun. Everyone, So there was a pink and a turquoise and a really limey citrus green.
Yeah, I think I might have to get myself one.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, I should get one of these, and then they were gone.
Well,
So.
they're priced nice too.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. All good things.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
And
thanks
we're
for
happy to have
watching.
you hanging out with us and watching us. And if you liked us, tell your friends, subscribe, follow, all of those above. So,
Share.
yep.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks.
Have a great Tuesday.
I'll let
Happy
you.
April. Woohoo!
Yeah, April Fools.